Let go of the day. Let go of the week. Let go of the year. Let go of the year. Let go of the year. This is a beautiful slide, but let's let the slide go. Let the slide go. Let the slide go. Take a deep breath from the source and from the one. 2020 is now hindsight. Breathe into 2021. What is hidden? What is revealed? Higalena, higalena, higale, gale, gale, froze, chavivi alai, sukat, shlom lecha. Higale, gale. Avivi alive. Sukkot, Sukkot, and we ask that both we get spotlighted, we get spotlighted, we get spotlighted. Sort of, almost, we're close, we're getting closer. Sing a new song, show a new way, shine a new light, bring us a new day. Sing a new song, dissolve our fear, shine a new light, bring us a new year. Shiru l'Adonai, shiru shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, Baruch Hu Shemo, Basuni Omio, Yeshuato, Zapru v'goyim, Kevodo b'chol haaretz, Liflotav, Ki gadol Adonai, U'melo me'yono rahu, Al kol Elohim, Ki kol Elohim, Hamelili v'Adonai, Shamayim basar, Hod v'hadar lefanav, Oz v'tiferet b'mikdasho, Havu l'Adonai, Mishpechot amim, Havu l'Adonai, Kavod ha'oz, Havu l'Adonai, Kivot shemo, Chatzrotav, Ishtachavu Adonai, Baruch Kodesh, Chilu mipanav kol haaretz, Hiru v'goyim Adonai malach, Avtikon teireh, Ba'al timot, Yadinamim b'mei sharim, Yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz, Yiramayam Eloah, Yalo Zadat, Echol Ashero, Az Yirvanenu Kol Hatzeyar, Mei Adonai, Kiva, Lishbot Haaretz, Yishbot Tevel V'Tzedek, Ve'yamim Be'emun Leto, So sing a new song, show us a new way, shine a new light, bring us a new day. Sing this new song, assuage our fears, shine a new light, bring us this new year. We rise if we're able. I am Mizmor Lek David Avul Adonai Ben Eli
Kemo ishtachavu l'Adonai behadrat kodesh kol Adonai alamayim el hakavod hirim Adonai almayim rabim kol Adonai b'koach kol Adonai be'adar kol Adonai shover arazim ve'ishaber Adonai et arzei albanon hayvai arkidem yakem oegel haylevanon esirion kemo ben re'emim kol Adonai chotz lavodesh kol Adonai yachil midbar yachil Adonai midbar kodesh kol Adonai yacholel hayalot vayachasov ye'arot uvechalok kulo merkavod Adonai lama yashav vayishev Adonai melech leolam Adonai oz le'amo yiten Adonai yavarech et amo v'shalom hayamamai ananai ananai hayayay ananai ananai oh ananai 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 hayayay
Deep, 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 deep breath. One more deep breath. Into the silence of the words that are usually kept silent. Baruch, Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Leolam Vaed, Baruch, Shem Kevod, Leolam Vaed, Baruch, Shem Kevod, Leolam Vaed, Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Leolam Vaed, Baruch, Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Leolam Vaed, Baruch, Shem Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto
Shem kavod ma'osav le'olam va'ed. A moment of breath. We have a gallery view to be surrounded by all these faces. Unspotlight me, please. Or I'll just ask everybody to go to gallery view. There we go. Just taking a minute to close our eyes and come into breath and in our bodies. Calling to mind in this week's Parsha, Yaakov surrounded by his sons and giving them blessings. As we close our eyes, imagining ourselves surrounded by all of these little Zoom screens, but the people inside of them really surrounding us in person. Ground yourself in that image of being surrounded.
We love the red bird best, cardinal virtue, primary color, with his black eyes, black square beard, beneath his red beak, sitting on a branch of snow. What do we know? The new barred owl that sits on a plane tree's branch, the radius of our walk condensed to several blocks of masked light. We've moved far away from the sun, our faith stolid in its return. We spin ourselves like a seasonal top. Oh, the flames of blue inside the cooking fires of the night. Yellow will be the first blossoms of spring. But here, early winter, there are only the blessings of birds, cantilevers of light on stone, water tower shadow thrown against the building, squirrel that hops inside his shadow. We've grown heavy with waiting for the dance, the bee inside the rose. Only the cardinal with his peaked red cap to remind us of winter's austere laugh. So our question for you tonight, for you to write into the chat for this new year, what is it that's sustaining you? What is it that you love best?
What is it sustaining you this winter?
What is it you love best?
What is it you love best? Friendship. Trees. Resistant. Homemade mozzarella.
Children.
My body, low clouds, family walks by.
Coffee.
My
cat.
cats.
Song. Good books. Hope.
Government handouts and poetry.
Hope.
Da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 meditation, quiet, fire and soup.
Nature's astonishment and cooking beautiful food.
Friends, prayer.
My body walks in the sunshine.
Prayer, prayer, prayer is sustaining us.
And the ability to bring the Shekhinah together with Hashkadosh Baruch Hu, the holy union, the matrimony of the divine spirits, a way of finding connection. Chadodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nehekavela. Chadodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nehekavela. Shamor v'zachor, Edibor echad, Hishmianu el ha'miyuchad, Adonai echad, U'shemo echad, L'shemu tiferet ve'letira. Chadodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nikabelai, nikabelai, Pnei Shabbat nikabelai, likrat Shabbat, lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor ha'virach sucha sov maaseh b'machshava techila chadodi likrat kalo Pnei Shabbat nekavela Chadodi Likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekavela
Mikdash Melech Ir Melucha Kumi Tzair Mitoch Afecha V'yirav Lach Sheretz V'yvemek Habacha V'hu Yachamol Alaychem La Chadodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabla Chadodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabla Idanari Imei afar kumi Eliv shivi g'day Tifartech ami Al yad ben Yishai Beis halachmi Korva el nafshi Nafshi ge'ala Chadodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabla Pnei Shabbat nekabla
Kivod Adonai alayich, alayich neba. Chadodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekavela. Chadodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekavela. Shabbat nekavela Chadodi I likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekavela V'shem avoisai V'shem avoisai Avraham ve'Yitzchak V'Yitgularav V'Yitgularav V'Kerev Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah V'Yitgularov B'Kerev Haaretz. בשלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני העם סגולה, בואי חלה שבת המלכה.
When the heavens turn, we call it an Et Ratzon, a wanted time, a time when doors are open that aren't normally open, when gates swing wide. And so, in this space in between, we want to ask for healing for those who need healing in the moment. Please, if you're praying for healing tonight for someone that you love, put their names into the chat. We'll read them as we sing for healing together in this twilight of one year and the beginning of the next. Ana elna, ana elna, ana elna, rifana la, na elna, ana elna, ana elna, rifana la. Misha berachim otenu sarif karacha v'le'av avotenu Avraham Yitzhak v'Yaakov yivarech v'yirapet kol chayilim. Julie Mendel, Alice Murray, Iva Moyerson, Laura Greer, Gaia, the Spirit of the Earth, Rusty Gordon, Paul Holm, Arthur and Janice Payson, Jim Elaine Klein, Brett Nicholson, Evangeline Benedetti, Raina Pincus, Kim O'Neill, Paul Rosenberg, Larry Goldbaum, David Graham, Kirstenel, Hiram Kasten, Gabor Varadi, Laura Aronetz, Mike Wine, and Riva Sipser, Rivka Bat Goldova, Yaakov Leib, Maddie Meislin, Jerry Donahoe, Gail Rothenberg, Hobart, Goldie Reinstein, Hafez Leland, Bracha Bat Chaya, Henrik Lev, Ben Susha. Oh, there's so many names for healing here. I'm not sure I can read all of them, but I hold them all in my heart. Please, as you scroll through the chat, hold them all in your heart. Let a gate swing open in your heart as a gate swing opens above. And let us be filled with healing. Ana elna, ana elna, ana elna, rifana la.
Good Shabbos, everybody.
Good
Well,
Shabbos, good Shabbos. Chazan Basya.
Maya, Rabbi Scott Perlow. We are going to read some announcements, and we have many. All those, yes, especially all those who are suffering right now with COVID. Shabbat continues after this service tomorrow morning. Open book, 9 a.m. Services, 10 a.m. Please register on ShulCloud.
On January 22nd, Friday night after Kabbalat Shabbat, you'll be able to choose from 19 different home-hosted Shabbat dinners to be together, to continue together in community following Kabbalat Shabbat. So register on the website on romemu.shulcloud.com.
Romemu is really excited to co-sponsor with Marley Myerson JCC and others this year's JCCNY Social Justice Film Festival, January 14th through the 18th. Please use our code for a 25% discount off of tickets, and we'll see you there.
Actors are needed. Member Rich Orloff looking for actors to be considered for blessings from the pandemic. His poetry cycle for performance, for an upcoming performance at Romemu. Please see his email, richplays@gmail.com.
And there is a new lifelong learning class starting January 7th on Israeli literature, meeting one Thursday a month with Professor Ronnie Sharfman and Rana Rogel. Again, details and registration are up on the website, so please sign up if you're interested.
Please feed our community and the community around. Unfortunately, the need is growing with the Romemu Community Kitchen. It's a joint partnership with the Mandala Cafe. We're doing this twice monthly. December 27th and January 17th from 3 to 7 are the next appointments, and please email socialaction@romemu.org if you'd like to be part of this huge, big mitzvah.
And volunteers standing by. We need help. The Chesed community really needs your help because there's a lot of need in this community at this moment. So please join us.
And speaking of community, right now we'll have the opportunity to turn to each other. Last week, we had the opportunity to touch base with each other, connect in small breakout rooms. It was so popular. We heard so much positive feedback. So we're going to do that again this week. We're going to turn to each other in this week full of blessings. In this week's Parsha, Yaakov gives blessings to each of his children as he's surrounded by them. And this week, we're going to offer ourselves the opportunity to bless ourselves, because why not? And we have so few opportunities to give ourselves blessings. So that is the question as we enter breakout rooms to connect to each other. What do we want to bless ourselves with this Shabbos?
And, you know, I just want to say one thing, Maya. Before the last weekend that Reb Zalman Schachter Shalomi was like holding court was at a Shavuos. And there were a lot of people who came up to him and asked for blessings. And the teaching that he gave in his last weekend was that we need the power and the ability to bless ourselves. So you're channeling Reb Zalman Schachter Shalomi on this Shabbos as well. And I just want to point out that all three of us would like to go into groups with everybody else. So we'd love to. So we'll see you on the other side.
What will you bless yourself with this Shabbos?
I'll play some pre-breakout room music. Yes, but we'd like to put the breakout, if we could just like do the, yeah. So we just want to know if it's going to be possible. If it's not going to be possible, we'll move on. But
it's possible. I'm working on it.
Oh, okay. More music. I think we're gonna continue the service. Unfortunately, we're gonna continue the service with Baruch Hu. So let's go back to Baruch Hu. But we really would love to be having some time with you next time.
Let's bring everyone back, and maybe we'll sing out some blessings. for the technical difficulties. In the future, we'll still do breakout rooms.
We really wanted it. We really wanted to, but we couldn't. Let's all hold all these blessings as we see those blessings coming into the chat. Da 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 da, acceptance, serenity, prayer, satisfaction, calm, blessing, self, equanimity, building community in hell, compassion, awareness, belonging, patience, kindness, bless myself and appreciate. La da 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 da. Courage to try new things, safety, blessing self or asking for help. Good health and minimal self-forgiveness, slowness, Shefa, looking for new challenges, ability to absorb new things, self-compassion. Self-compassion, love, courage, being open to new things, enjoy more intimacy, beauty, good health, thankful for my blood growth, dating. Amen. More ease in my life, loving husband and community. And joy, meeting Beshert, revolutionary courage and love, ability to rejoice in multiple spaces, creativity, more social action, meeting my Beshert, seating live theater again, hugs, creativity, concerts, Beshert. Hearing live music again. Potlucks with my hugging. Walking in the world unmasked. More joy. We are each other's Beshert. More laughter. Maybe time to move forward. La la da da ya ya da da ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da da da.
May all these blessings and more come true.
Let's all rise. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed. Yada 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 yada.
Amirim lo chaleinu leolam vaed. Shechina. Amariva Ravi.
You know, there's a legend about this parsha. This is the one that, way back when, this is the one that they say the Shema came out of. It's not written here, it's written much later. But there's a story that goes like this, that Jacob was about to die. He was reaching the end. And he was worried about his sons. Would they leave God behind? Would they leave each other behind? Would they have machloket? Would they mitnatek? Would they disconnect? And so from his bed, he calls out to them and asks. And in one voice, goes the legend, they all respond to him, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Listen, Israel. That's his name, by the way. Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. God is our God and God is one. But I want you to listen to the holiness of the first syllable, the first sound that his sons say in unison to him. Shh, shh, Abba, it's okay. Shh, Abba, it'll be all right. Quiet now. Shh, quiet your heart. And so as we step into this moment of abundant love that leads right into the Shema, I want you to allow your heart to be quiet. As if the divine is shing to you and letting you listen to the oneness, to the unity, to the wholeness, to the satisfaction that comes in seeing children together bound together by love. Shh. And then, Hava.
Open to me, open to me, oh, open to me, open to me. Gather the four corners of our garments, bring in from the four corners of the world all the love, all the abundant love in the world, as we prepare for the Shema. Let's bring our lips together with a shh, shh. Israel, Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai, Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושינתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיה אם שמוע תשמעו. May they become the norm for your children, addressing them in the privacy of your home. Display these signs visibly on your arm. Display these signs, let them focus your attention. See them in all transitions at home in your environment. How good it will be when you really listen, listen, listen and hear my directions, which I give you today. For loving Adonai is your God, is your God. Acting godly with feeling is your God, is your God. Your earthly needs will be met at this time, at the right time, at the right season. You will reap what you have sown. For your delight and your health, also your animals will have ample feed. All of you will eat and be content. Be careful, watch out. Don't let these cravings delude you. Don't become alienated. Don't let these cravings become your God. Don't debase yourself to them, because God sense within you will become distorted. So breathe with the breath of all life, 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 the breath of all truth let us live in truth. Let us leave the lies, let us let the lies lie down, lay down forever and ever. Breath of all life, the breath of all truth, the breath of all life, the breath of all truth. Adonai Elohechem. Emet.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot. Osefele malchus charauvanecha. Ayivokei ayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam ze'elianu ve'amru Adonai imloch le'am va'ed v'ne'emar ki vada Adonai es Yaakov v'go'alo miyad chazak mimenu. Baruch atah Adonai Gal Yisrael.
Let's bring the canopy of peace and protection above us. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Ay, 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 Adonai, Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim.
Rise if you're able. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. Whoa. Lasot et ha-Shabbat. Dorotam berit olam. Ay, ay, ay. Beini uvein bnei Yisrael oti leolam. Kishen yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim be'et haaretz uvayom hashevim shavat vaynafash yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabah
Amen.
ve'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uvyom echon uchaye dechol beit Yisrael Bagala, bagala, uvizman kari veimeru.
Amen.
Yishmer Abba Mevorach, Le'alam Ulal Me'amaya Yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yispar v'yisramam v'yisnaseh v'yizadar v'yisalem v'yisalal shemei dekudesha Leila min kol birchasa v'shir hasa tushbechasa v'nechem hasa damira me'alma v'yimeru.
Amen. There's no such thing as an end without a beginning. There's no such thing as a beginning without an end. In nature, in time, all doors are revolving. And so as you stand in this place in between, in the beat in the middle of the balance, at the end of the measure, moving swiftly toward the next, what do you leave behind and what do you embrace as the door of time sweeps you up into this next year, the Amidah?
Hamalach hagoel oti.
Hamalach hagoel oti mikol ra.
Yevarech es haniyarim.
Veikarev bahem shemi. Hamalach hagoel oti.
Hamalach hagoel oti mikol ra.
Yevarech es hanayarim.
Vikarev ahem shemi. B'shem avosai, b'shem avosai, Avraham v'Yitzchak.
Ve'yigularo, ve'yigularo, ve'kerev haaretz. Shemi Mosai, Shemi Mosai, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah.
V'yitgularo, v'yitgularo, b'kerev haaretz.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom, Vasya. Shabbat shalom, Maya. Endings and beginnings. I want to talk to you about the sweetness and also the pain of time and what it means to be possessed of a vision of the future. So my youngest did something that those who know about the babies are going to respond to. He grabbed sort of the edge of his like little play table and he started to try to pull himself up. He needed help, but he got there. And so what it means is it means a beginning and an end, because he's taking his first steps towards taking first steps, right? He's on the journey to walk. And what that means on the one hand is it's such a beautiful moment. But it also means that one day he's going to stop being a baby and start being a toddler. And so I, in that moment as his father, stood in the swinging door of time, filled with love and with fear, with incredible pride and not a little bit of bittersweetness at seeing him go out of this stage in which he's going to become a running demon. I can't snuggle him up to me in the same way that I did or I can right now. And I knew in that moment, I knew absolutely what it meant to be a prophet, what it felt like to be a prophet. Because as I looked at my little boy, what I could see with perfect clarity was his future. God willing, Yirtzeh Hashem, and the creek don't rise, he's going to walk. 3 months, 4 months, I don't know what it'll be, but he will. Except that there's a whole journey for him to get there. And so I saw him in the beginning, but I saw him at the end. And I knew what it must have been like to be a prophet, what it must feel like to have prophecy, to know with certainty, and how hard it must be. Because the thing, it turns out, about watching your child take his first steps towards taking first steps is that, especially since I've done this once before, as you know, there's going to be a bunch of knocks along the way. He's going to fall and there might be a bruise or two, and we're going to have to explain to people, that he fell and he's learning to walk and so on and so forth. And there's a lot of people on the other end of this with children and with nieces and with nephews and who've been around babies before who know what this stage is. And the crazy thing is he doesn't know, but I know. And there's absolutely nothing that I can do about it. There's no way for me to make the path shorter for him. There's no way for me to prevent him from falling. It's not my place. It's not even in my power to somehow prevent him from going down and falling in order to one day stand up. That what it means to watch him as his father. It's what it means to be there as a parent or a teacher or a guide or someone who simply knows the ways of human beings. That all things, as different as they are, somehow or another come to resemble each other in the end. And thus it's like this incredibly beautiful, painful, binding moment to know the future and to be able to do absolutely nothing about it. And so the question is, what do you do when there's nothing to do? What's the right thing to say? What's the right way to behave? How do you step into the breach when your hands can't help? Because even though you might know the destination, it's not your journey. What do you do when you stand there with the knowledge of the future of somebody else? Let's look into the Parsha this week. Yaakov, his time has come to die. And it's not a sad thing. I saw Roberta's link that she posted in there, and the way that she shared the 5 truths that her teacher Thich Nhat Hanh shared with her, and one of them is that we will die. And it's not our path to avoid it in the end. And so Yaakov, in full embrace of what's coming, calls all his children to him. Surrounded they are around his bed. And what does he do in the moment where he sees so clearly the future that is to come for them? The Midrash teaches that Yaakov in this moment was filled with prophecy. What did he see but the 400-year exile? The difficulty of slavery in Egypt, and yet the certainty at the same time that the children of Israel, his children, would rise, find their feet, and walk their way towards the promised land. All these things he knew. The pain and the joy, the exile and the redemption, it says that he saw them perfectly in Nevuah, in prophecy, in Ruach HaKodesh, in the Holy Spirit. And he opened his mouth to tell his children what to do and how to behave. And the Midrash says, Rashi says, nothing came out. In that moment, the Shekhinah, the Holy Presence, left him. Because it wasn't his journey, it was theirs. It wasn't his story, it was his children's. And there are certain things that words can't encompass, no matter how much wisdom a person gains. You can't live another person's life for them. This was the holy bind that Yaakov was in this moment. And so what does he do? He opens his mouth again. And out comes a blessing for each of his children. And so it was for him, and so it is for us. So it is for the parents and the teachers and the friends. That when you see those younger than you coming into themselves, path that you have already walked, right? But that a way that they're going to have to find anew for themselves. At the end of the day, all your good advice comes for naught. Because no matter what my intentions are, no matter what I've learned, no matter what wisdom I have to share, the truth is that every person, every new generation has to walk the path themselves and find their own way. And thus it is actually from a place of wisdom that those who possess it need to bless those who are coming into it. We are in the turning point of time. The years that we have endured, the difficulty that we've undergone, could any of us have dreamed it 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even 3 years ago, that it would be like this? No matter what advice generations ahead of us had to give us, nothing could have prepared us for walking this path ourselves. I hope that we are at a turning point where we pick ourselves up, where we stand up, and we walk in a different direction. But what I ask in this moment from all of us and to all of us is not good advice, not great policy decisions, though those would be nice, right? Not radical changes of leadership and of followership and of peopleship, not just a recovery of our own humanity, but that in this place we offer to one to another a blessing. Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, may the Holy One bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, may God show God's face up to you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. As we walk the path ahead of us, may the Holy One be kind to us and give us peace in this new year. Shabbat shalom.
V'hashevota
V'hashevota
elevavecha
elevavecha
ki Adonai
ki Adonai
hu Elohim
hu Elohim
v'hashevota
v'hashevota
elevavecha
elevavecha
ki havaya
ki havaya
ki Elohim
ki Elohim
v'nemar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz v'yom hahu, and on that day may we take these blessings to our heart. V'yom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Before Yaakov died, he had the privilege of having his children hesfu around him, be gathered unto him. But death is a moment in which people are also hesfu, gathered unto their people, gathered unto the holiness, gathered unto a world to come, embraced and loved both in this world and in the next. We are gathered to bless them in this moment, to do honor to their names. So please put into the chat the names of all you're mourning for before we say the mourner's Kaddish. We'll also show the slides of those who are mourning for this week at Romemu. Hold the names in your heart so that we should give them our voices to utter their names.
And we especially remember Yitzhak Buxbaum, Magid Yitzhak Buxbaum. And we send comfort to Carol as she just walked up from Shiva yesterday.
Amen, amen. May she know no more suffering. To see so many names is a blessing and a sadness. A sadness because of their passing, but a blessing because of those who remember them. We give people their names. We keep their names. We pass their names, and we remember their names as we say the Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon uv'yamechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'izman kariv v'imru amen.
Amen.
Yehei shmet rabba mevorach le'olam u'me'almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal shmet dekudisha brichu. Le'elam in kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen.
Amen.
Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'imromav. U'yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. V'imru amen.
Amen.
Yuzichron Baruch. May their memories be a blessing.
Amen. Amen. And I think it's also time in the service to start counting our blessings, all the blessings, and to lift up our cup of blessings. We want to thank all those who have been helping us, the clerical leaders, especially Maya Zinkow and Rabbi Scott Perlow, who's often in Brooklyn on the Brooklyn Zoom, but he's with us tonight and giving us his Torah, and we're so excited for his presence with us, and all the clergy over here. Then we also
thank Azan Basia Schechter for her leadership tonight as well.
And now behind the scenes, we are so grateful for especially Willie Kane, who's in this slide, but also Justin Siegel, who's helping. There he is right there, who are both hosting us tonight. And we are having other hosts tomorrow, but tonight it's really Justin and Willie. So we're so grateful for both of them for their assistance. We also want to thank Sharon Dolan, our resident poet, who's an extraordinary wordsmith who brings images and words together in a way that is unparalleled. It's just such a pleasure to have your incredible artistry with us. So a huge yasher koach to you and to what you bring this community. Big yasher koach.
Into this cup of blessing, we want to put cardinals and owls and snow on trees. What else should we put in this cup of blessing, Maya?
Put in all of those yummy blessings everyone blessed themselves with. And people should take a moment right now to say them out loud to yourself. What do you bless yourself with this Shabbos? I bless myself with permission and with joy.
Fires crackling in fireplaces, the smell of snow in the air, the bite of the cold, and the reminder that the world travels its way, circling around the sun in a beautiful eternity. No matter what's going on, no matter whatever storms in our heart, we know that we're part of a great orbit and great turning. And all that is in our cup of blessing, the Shabbos. Savri Chavarai, to your health.
Chaim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho b'avav ratzon inchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishi ki hu yom techila lemikrei kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim. Vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta im kol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Amen. Amen. And
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
One day we will share a beautiful video of one day. One day
we'll sit together in actual physical proximity.
Chazak.
Without needing a video for it.
Oh.
Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more, there'll be no more wars, and our children will play. about win or lose, for we all lose when they feed on the souls of the innocent. Blood-drenched pavement, keep on moving though the waters are raging. In this maze you can lose your way, so drive you crazy, but don't let it phase you nowhere. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day. Oh, one day, one day, one day. Things won't change, treat people the same. Stop with the violence, down with the hate. One day we'll all be free and proud to be under the same sun, singing songs of freedom like all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one I know one day. All my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will say one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day.
We pray that one day is starting now. We have all these hopes and all these dreams and all these expectations, and we just pray that some of these will come true and understand that some won't. But we would love to also say good Shabbos to you. So please, we'd love to hear the sanctuary song, and let's go into gallery view and see everybody together as we say goodbye. Good Shabbos. Travis Elliott and Tammy. Oh. Bob and Shelley White and Brooke.
Kevin.
Nancy Dallett, Petty Kagan, David Willinger, Valerie Kanofsky. Paulina, Will, Chavez. Happy New Year, everybody. Chavez, Jack, David, and Sherry, Robin Bernstein, Ethan, Barbara,
Shabbos, Sadia. Good Shabbos, Sadia. Shabbos, Pearl, and Emet, and Shabbos,
Shabbos Carol. We hold you.
Shabbos,
Shabbos. Lars, Alexandria, Alana Clutch, Lisa Sokolov, Yael Cataract, good Shabbos, Alana.
Yeah.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
That was a tease.
Laila Tov.
For those who would like to stay around for community time, we will be opening up breakout rooms for the next 15 minutes. So if you would like to stay around, you are more than invited to do so.
Awesome.